Hey, everybody, welcome to episode 18 of Small Business Conversations. This is where we sit down with various small businesses in our community and talk shop, learn a little bit more about their products and services, how they came to be, their story, and in some cases, how COVID has impacted their business over the last year and a bit. So I'm super excited to be sitting down with these two ladies today, Loni and Brittany from Collective Beauty Studio. They own a gorgeous salon in Steeston here. And both are hairstylists, and it's a lot of female hairstylists as well, a barber, a nail technician. So a few different sort of people in the mix there. So welcome to Loni and Brittany. Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Of course, really happy to be sitting down with you guys today. So why don't we just chat a little bit about how Collective came to be?
Okay. So Brittany and I started in the beauty industry in 2003. So we actually started at our very first salon together when we were 16 and 17 years old.
Oh, wow.
So we've been in the industry for a very long time, but we didn't open up our own shop until May of 2019.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, for the audience that doesn't know, I've known you guys for a while as I've kind of followed along to different salons where Sarah has worked with you guys as well. And what sort of was the impetus that made you guys decide to open up your own space?
So we've always wanted to open up our own space, and we actually had looked at the space a couple years prior to getting it, but at that time it just wasn't the right time. It was too expensive for us.
Right.
But then it came along again a few years later, and it was just right time at the right place at the right price.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they ended up dropping the price quite a bit.
Okay.
So we just seized the opportunity, and here we are.
Yeah, that's great. And you house other hairstylists as well that you guys have previously had worked with, or did you have to do a bit of work to try and fill the space, or how did that all come to be?
So when Brittany and I opened, we handpicked just to start a few of our friends that we've known and worked with for the last 15 years.
Right.
Sarah being one of them.
Yeah.
Jenny, who's been with us for a long time, and some other staff that we've worked with on and off throughout our career. And then we added some new people on too, like our nail tech. Right. Brittany and I, she's our own personal nail tech, and she's been our nail tech for the last 14 years. So we added kind of just a few familiar faces that we knew would work well with the team.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. That's so nice, and kind of being able to sort of pick and choose who you would work well with.
Yeah.
And that sort of bring the same energy as you guys to the space.
Exactly.
How has it been kind of stepping out of a role? Because from what I understand, for sort of the hair salons, typically you would rent a chair from a hair salon, right? So
typically you wouldn't. Typically you would be working under the owners, and you would be on a commission split.
Right.
Yeah, and we actually have both models in our salon. We have a commission split and also chair rental.
Oh, okay, cool. And sort of stepping into more of sort of a boss role and manager role, how has that transition been for you guys?
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's different. It's definitely different to be the boss and be the owner, and also with friends. So it's been a different transition, but it's been good.
Yeah.
I think that you just have to learn the roles, and everybody has to know where they stand. And it was hard at first, I think. I mean, I was also 4 months pregnant when we bought the business.
Right.
So
Yeah.
It's been a lot of changes for us, but I think right now I feel that we have an amazing team, and I'm very happy that we did handpick everybody, because I think that you can be thrown off by different energies. And right now it's a really great, me and Loni set out to do something that we really saw in our visions, and I think we've really executed it right now with who we have working for us.
Yeah.
And what we're doing, their services are extremely quality, and they're so every day at work doesn't feel like work.
That's so fun. I mean, that's the ultimate goal, to be able to wake up be excited to go to work, love who you work with, and yeah, just every day enjoying what you're doing and it not
Yes.
feel like work. Was there at all uh like having to sort of set the boundaries between friends and sort of your role as manager and boss and things like that? Because that could always be tricky. So was that at all hard for you guys?
Yeah, I would say it's an ongoing thing where
Sure.
it's sometimes it might get a bit weird.
Yeah.
We're learning our roles.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
definitely learning as we go.
Yeah.
We've learned a lot of things that at first we didn't realize would be problems, and
Right.
we're working it out slowly, but it's
It's
a
coming
learning
along.
curve.
No, that's good. That's I mean, there is going to be a bit of a transition, and at the end of the day, if you just, this is work and it's two separate things. So let's leave feelings out of it and let just create a good product and a good service for your clients, right?
For sure.
When COVID hit, so how long have you guys been open before COVID rolled around? A year?
9 months.
Yeah.
9 months.
We were only open 9 months when COVID hit. And when we closed the shop, we thought we were we closed a few days before the actual mandatory closure.
Right.
And we thought we were doing the right thing because we thought we're going to close for 2 weeks. We're going to come back to work.
April 1st, that was what we thought. And I think a lot of other businesses thought.
Right.
We were that's what we really believed in our heart. And we were closed 9 weeks.
Right.
So.
Yeah. I know. I mean, nobody could have ever seen it coming, and recording right now, this is like the last week before the whole world changed.
Yeah.
That is really tough. And I mean, being in a position where you were not responsible for, but had all these people working within your business, so many feelings, I would imagine, so much stress. You just had the baby?
My son was 6 months old when we closed, and I had come back to work after 7 weeks of having him.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of emotion. Like, I think at first I was upset. I think we were scared.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually you just kind of have to let it go because you can't control everything. I did get time with my son I will never get back.
Right.
So that for me that for me was really important. But I think that to see how far we've come, like I couldn't imagine, like when we were closed, I just thought this was the end because like we had only been open 9 months and being closed, like we can't really work online. So it wasn't an option to really switch online for us.
Right.
And I think that to see how far we've come, we're probably busier than we've ever been.
Right. Oh.
So we are thankful.
Yeah. You're back.
We are thankful for how busy we are right now and how far we've come. Right. That our doors are open and everybody's like got to stay and been able to work.
Yeah, for sure. And so when you guys first opened up, you already had quite an extensive roster of clients. So coming into your own space, there was no concern about filling it with your clients and being booked. You guys are always booked and like months in advance. And then COVID hit. Was there any concern worrying that clients wouldn't return or anything like that?
We weren't really worried about that. Mostly, I think me and Britt were just worried about covering our lease. That was the main problem because we were able to collect CERB, so we were able to survive.
Right.
But we had all these, all of our stylists depending on us to have something to come back to when we did reopen.
Yeah.
So that I think was our main worry.
Yeah.
We do have some clients that didn't come back though because health concerns or whatever. But we understood that too, right? We also know that we have what's best for them.
Yeah, for sure. Everyone's comfort level is going to be different. Yeah, exactly. And you have to respect that and everything. But I mean, from what I saw through your Instagram, such an outpouring of support for you guys in the interim period while you were trying to navigate what business was going to look like coming back to it. Which I do think in like the small business space, that is the thing. You build these connections with people that are just so different to a typical type of business. And especially in your guys' case, it is such a personal, coming from my personal training background, you build a very different relationship with a person. You're kind of like their therapist. They see you so much. So it's a different kind of relationship. And from what I saw, everybody was just waiting for you guys to be able to open your doors again and get back up and running, which is so great to see. How were your landlords pretty easy to work with throughout that course of time too? Because that's been kind of a issue that a lot of small businesses had to overcome and face during sort of the height of COVID and figuring stuff out.
So at the beginning, our landlord did defer a month for rent for 1 month, and then he did eventually, after we convinced him to apply for the CRCA, I think it was
Yeah.
called.
Yeah.
But that only covered a little portion of our rent. Like, I think a lot of people thought that it, whatever Trudeau had announced was really great, but
Yeah.
it didn't actually translate to what we ended up getting.
Right. Yeah.
We were fortunate that we did get, a couple $100 off, though. It wasn't
Yeah.
the
I mean,
full
better
extent
than
of our-
nothing, I guess, but
Yeah, better than nothing.
yeah, still so hard. And when you have
Yeah.
kids at home and none of that stuff is necessarily going away. So I can imagine. It's so great that you guys were able to come back and you've been busy and doing so well since you've been back. What would you say is sort of your favorite thing about sort of transitioning from your positions before to now running your own small business?
Do you want to answer that, Brett?
I feel like we've created our own vibe, and in this we have our own tribe, and I just really enjoy coming to work now. I didn't always feel like that in some of the places I've worked, and I feel like now it's just allowed me to be more creative, more focused, because I don't have other things throwing me off. Because I do, like, for myself, other like energy and other things can throw me off in the workspace.
Yeah.
And everybody is so gets along really well here, and is really happy to come to work and very talented. Like, we're always learning from each other.
Right. Yeah. No, that's amazing. You feel the same way, Loni?
Yes.
Yeah. And you have control. Like, you have to say of how things go, not in a negative way. Like, as you say, you can build the energy that you want to be able to come and work with. And if you want to, do certain initiatives and things like that, you have that free will to be able to do things the way you want them done.
Well, I think here, me and Loni, when we opened, we really believed in community and supporting and giving back. And that's not something in the other shops when we were chair renting, we were just chair renters. We'd come to work, rent, we'd go home. Like, that was but here it's more like we have a purpose. Like, we love to give back to the community, and through this, me and Loni have been able to do this with the team, and they've always supported all of our decisions and choices. And anybody we've chosen to support, they've always chose with us.
Yeah. So speaking of that, Wigs for Kids was a huge success for you guys, the event that you ran there. Do you want to speak to that a little bit?
Yeah. So in January of 2019, Brittany and I organized. 2020. Sorry. Yes, we opened in 2019.
Yeah.
We organized an event with some of our friends in the community, but we hosted this cut-a-thon, and we ended up raising, I think, over $80,000 for Wigs for Kids BC, which is a charity that we've been, has been near and dear to our heart for our whole hair career. We've been donating these ponytails to this nonprofit.
Right. Yeah. So you guys were already familiar with the foundation prior to hosting your own cut-a-thon.
Yes.
Yeah. No, they're amazing. We did a little thing at the gym of quite a few years back. Didn't hit anywhere near that $80,000 mark. So that's so amazing.
We did set out to raise, we thought we were going to raise 10,000, and we were really happy with that. So we also didn't have any idea how much.
Yeah. I mean, how amazing for you guys to put that together and the community to come together to want to support and do that. That is, very, very cool. So having your own space has really allowed you guys to have more impact on the community and do things to give back to the community.
Yes.
Yeah. What was the raffle you guys had recently run?
So Britt went to McNair, and so she might want to talk about this.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about it? Okay, I'll talk about it.
Yeah.
So there is a program at McNair called Integrated Academics. It used to be called Combined Studies.
Okay.
A lot of people our age might be more familiar with that.
Right.
And it benefits at-risk youth. It's for kids that went to stretch or are having troubles aligning with just regular school.
Right.
They fund a lot of food programs, lunch programs. They did food grocery drop off during COVID.
Oh, cool.
That kind of thing. Like I know that the money that we raised ended up going towards a girl who is in that program who has stage 4 cancer, and they ended up paying for all of her grad stuff.
Oh my goodness, that's so nice. Do you guys have anything coming up or any more plans, or just, you know, when things
More
arise?
plans, but they're secret.
Okay.
We can't tell you right now.
Okay, teaser. I like it. I like it. This episode, if you want to reach out, I'll promote for you guys. This one won't be coming out till May, so if it's not a secret anymore around then, I'll pump it up for you guys.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. Sort of on a segueing a little bit from there, just a funny question. Obviously, over sort of COVID, people were doing a lot of maybe DIY hair situations at home.
Yeah.
Did you have to deal with any kind of
We
like?
actually didn't have that
our
many
clients
clients.
know better.
Yeah.
Our
Yeah.
clients know better.
I think
Honestly,
we posted this video about like, this is what will happen to your hair if you, it was actually a hairdresser on TikTok, I think, that
Okay.
tried to bleach her own hair with a home hair kit.
Okay.
And it kind of showed, you know, she's applying it the right way, but this is your end result. Like, it's not going to be good.
Right.
So
She was a
just-
hairstylist that was just
Yeah.
using herself as like a guinea pig to.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And she used like a blondisma or something like that. And she
Okay.
has naturally dark hair and tried to bleach it with just that kit.
Oh man.
Yeah. So we
So-
posted that and we're like, this is what will happen to you if
I
you
don't
try.
I don't think we had really
No.
anybody like outgrown hair maybe, but like really bad botches. No. A few bang cuts.
Right.
A few people cut bangs for themselves and they regretted it and that's it. But
Yeah.
not really any big color jobs.
No, well, that's good. As you say, I mean, if you've been working with your clients long enough, I wouldn't trust anybody else with my hair, but Sarah, my hairstylist,
Yeah.
I wouldn't bother. Although if you look at my hair right now, I need to come in.
You'd rather just have roots than mess with it, right?
Yeah, yes, exactly. I'm not trying to be a hairstylist from home at all. How has it been like working together as a team, would you say?
We're like an old married couple.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. We are
Yeah.
like an old married couple.
Yeah.
She's actually exactly like my partner, so it's really funny. I come to work. I mean, we have good days and we have bad days, but
Yeah.
I think we have more good than bad, and we balance each other.
Yeah. So do you guys have sort of your separate roles within the business that you've kind of designated to one another, whether that be because you don't like to do a certain thing and she doesn't mind doing another thing, or what your strengths and weaknesses are?
Yes.
Yeah.
We do. Yes,
Yeah.
we definitely have
I
designated
thought you were
roles.
just going to say that you do everything.
No. We definitely have designated roles.
Yeah.
We balance each other.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good. That's
definitely
good. I mean, that can be, I mean, I guess having known each other for so long, how long have you guys known each other?
Since we were like 17.
Oh, wow. So yeah. A long time you didn't step into this role lightly. You had an idea knowing how you guys would work together and had worked together as like co-workers, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
Some of the other things that the salon offers, aside from various hairstylists, you have a nail tech there, I know, and more recently, well, not really more recently, but Barbara has been working out of your space as well.
Yeah, we have a barber, and now we also have a cosmetic tattoo artist.
Nice.
So Nicole, we've known for the last 15 years, and she
Wow.
just recently joined our team. And she does microblading, combo brows,
Yeah.
powder ombre,
Yeah.
lip blush, eyeliner, tattoo, and she's actually about to add a bunch of new services too
Oh,
that we just
cool.
can't talk about now, but we will.
Okay, nice. That's awesome. And so everybody inside Collective are in charge of kind of filling their own schedule. They find their own clients. Is that kind of how the business is set up?
For the most of our stylists are senior. Like they
Right.
had the clientele when they came to us. But since we've opened, like we've actually brought in a new stylist because we have a lot of new business. So I mean, we just kind of, when people call in too, if they don't have a preference of who they see, we do offer it to any of our staff. So we do generate a lot of business within the company as well.
Yeah. And with your location, it's such a prime location, being right on the main drag in Steveston on Moncton, and your windows facing the road, you can see into the space. maybe not so much because of COVID, or maybe yes, now that people are more comfortable, do you get a lot of like foot traffic coming in looking for services?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
We get walk-ins every day,
but we
but we
don't
can
have,
never take
we
them.
don't have anybody
Right.
to take walk-ins. So mostly people calling in and booking appointments, because right now we're booking into April.
Wow. Yeah.
So yeah.
No, that's awesome. I mean, it's such a prime and such a beautiful space you guys have built inside there. It's so nice. And as well as obviously the services that you guys offer personally, you do have a little bit of a retail section as well within the space as well, right? Yeah.
So we sell Redken, Olaplex, hair accessories, satin pillowcases,
Yeah.
heat tools.
Yeah. And who is the company, the scrunchie company? That's a newer one that came on, right?
Yes. So we have Charlie and Paisley
Right.
now, and they are a local female-run company. All of their scrunchies and hair accessories, like their headbands, are made from vintage dead stock material. So it's
Cool.
all upcycled fashion,
Yeah.
handmade in Vancouver.
That's very cool. What do you sort of see the future of Collective looking like?
Our future goals?
Well, yeah, like if do you have any any future goals or aspirations or dreams to you see kind of unfold within the space at all, or anything like that? Maybe it's more community work and initiatives. Maybe it's bringing in different services or doing different things. Yeah.
I feel like it's a little bit of all those things. We do want to grow the business and the stylist side of things, and also the community work. We love to give back. This year's kind of thrown us off as for fundraisers and stuff, because in like Wigs for Kids was very busy, and there was a ton of people involved, and right now that's just not what we can have in here. But it is to grow our community. We love to give back at least every year and do some kind of fundraiser and do something and just grow the staff and the services, and learning to change with the times, because COVID has changed a lot of things. So just the way we book, the way how many people we have in the shop, those kind of things. So we're learning to evolve with it.
Yeah. No, I think that's all we can do right now. We only have, as you had mentioned earlier, there's only so much control that we have given everything that's going on right now. So just being able to
we just want to make the best of it. We're so thankful that we're working, because we do know in other places stylists aren't working.
Right.
And I can't imagine being closed again. We're so thankful to be working.
No, absolutely. I mean, that speaks to the level of comfort you have provided for your clients as well, right? With your various protocols in place and making it feel like it's a safe place for people to come to and continue with their services. Do you have any tips or advice for anyone that would be starting off in a small business? Maybe it's a brand new business, or thinking about starting a small business or taking that leap. Do you have any tips or advice?
Yes, you should do your research. Make sure that it is 100% the right location, the right time. I know there isn't really a right time, because it's always going to be scary, but you'll feel it in your heart if it's if it's the right time. Also, taking into account other people that you trust's opinion, like my parents, Brittany's parents, for example, they backed us and said, you guys should definitely do this. And take into account their opinions, but also just go with your own heart.
Right.
Like if you feel like it's ready, you're probably ready.
Yeah, for sure. And at some point, as you said, timing may never be completely perfect, and you cannot necessarily plan everything. So at some point, you just got to go for it too, I guess.
Yeah.
Add to that, Brittany?
The timing was not perfect for me, but the location was perfect.
Yeah.
So I did a lot the year we opened our business, and it all worked out. I had Loni here when I left, and I came back quick. And just like, even before that, Loni, when she was pregnant, she came back and we didn't even own our own business. So we make sacrifices for the things we want. It'll never feel like the right timing, but you'll know the right opportunity.
Yes.
That's what it is for me. Like, I just knew Lon loved this location. And that's actually, she was actually the one behind the location.
Right.
And I just trusted her in that. And I was like, really? I was like, remember we were renovating. Her mom was like, get off ladders, you're pregnant. And I was just like, no, we're going to do this. And it was all worth it. Now that I look back on it, it was all worth it. But I think that anybody who opens their own business needs to remember it's 24/7.
Yeah.
We're always working.
Yeah.
Even though I work behind the chair 3 days a week, I'm always working. We run our own social media. We don't pay anybody to do anything. We do everything ourselves. So they have to be ready that it's going to be a long haul before you really benefit from it.
Yeah, for sure. And kind of create this well-oiled machine. There's going to be some learning curves along the way, for sure.
Yeah. The one good thing we do have behind that is that when we aren't here, our staff is amazing. And that also comes with handpicking your staff. I trust them. It's our space. And when we're not here, they're doing what they need to be doing. So that's also a huge benefit for me and Loni.
Yeah, absolutely. Being able to, because managing a team of people, you want to be able to have a team of people that can trust and treat the space as if it is their own, and they're the one that's having to pay the lease on it and pay for anything that breaks or anything like that. That's huge. That is huge. So that's great. Sort of talking about hair. I mean, do you have any hair tips or tricks? What's the best sort of keep your hair, I don't know, moisturized or anything like that? Did you want to talk about?
Loni will tell you about her new favorite product.
Okay, so we just got in Olaplex, which is a clean beauty product. It's trending all over social media and TikTok. So I had to try this. I've been using step 1 and 2 on my clients for a long time. That's an in-salon service.
Okay.
But I decided I bought the whole line and I've been using it at home. And as you can see, I'm an Asian girl with bleach blonde hair.
Right.
And I feel like my hair is it's back to its virgin state. So
wow.
10%, it is worth every penny.
What would be the biggest no when it comes to your hair?
Box dyeing your hair black and then coming in, booking consultation and coming up with a silver haired lady.
Oh boy.
And make me like this.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, don't do anything at home to your hair. Leave it to the professionals.
Yeah. When it comes to,
that's the best advice.
Yes, that would be.
What about, because now I see these silk pillowcases and all this stuff. What is that? Is that good for just breakage and things like that?
So that's good for frizz and breakage. And that's something that we sell in the salon for anyone who is, wants to really up their nighttime hair game.
Do you have anything you want to add or make sure the viewers know about you guys at all?
We would just like to say thank you to you and Isaac for starting this app and this community. We love all your content and we try to repost you guys every single day.
Oh, I see that and I really appreciate it. And it's been really, really fun to create this space and build these relationships within our small business community, because as you guys know, we had to close down our brick and mortars. So it's just a passion project and idea that has just kind of taken a life of its own. And it's been so great. And the response from other small businesses, especially within our little Stisa community, has been so wonderful. So thank you for saying that. That's so kind. Where can people find you if they want to find you, your salon, your services, all that?
We are located at 3900 Moncton Street, right beside Rocanini.
Nice. And then your Instagram handles, they want to Instagram stalk you at all?
It's at Collective Beauty Studio, if you're not already following us.
Right. Awesome. Yeah. And if you're not, you should be. You guys post great content as well. Well, that's it for the conversation today. Really appreciate you guys sitting down with us and taking the time out of your day, because I know you're busy running a business and taking care of clients. So I really appreciate you guys taking the time today to sit down with us and have this conversation and allow me to get to know you guys a bit better, because I didn't really know all the backstories. I didn't realize you guys had known each other for as long as you had and all of that. So it was really nice to get to know you guys and about your business a little bit more. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Chloe.